back, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed their week. Everybody hopefully had a good week trading, because obviously I shared that one trade with obviously everyone in the YouTube, and then obviously in the community the other trade. So crazy week this week, to be honest. I'm obviously done. I was done on Wednesday because it's like there's no point anymore. No point rushing it. Done my bit. Made my profits, so we're good to go. But today's going to be quite a busy day, to be honest, because we have a few calls with some students, as well as just like some basic admin stuff to do. And I will be going through the 2 trades that made me 8.9k this week. So make sure you stay tuned, because 2 breakdowns are coming, not just one. However, the first thing on the agenda is simply go shopping, and not the fun kind of shopping. Food shopping it is, so hopefully I don't buy the whole store because I'm very hungry, but I really want to get that jacket potato again, so stay tuned because I will most likely get it. We are like 50% done with the shopping. I only have a few things left to get, and before anybody says anything, yes, we are in a completely different car, but don't worry, the rental company said I've reached my limit for the month, so unfortunately I won't be able to borrow it anymore. But this one's fine too. I'm kidding, guys, okay? Just switch things up once in a while. So as you're going to get bored if I just show that, cars. Still have it. Just relax. It's not rental. See, all I'm going to say is, wow, that took incredibly long to get home. I was literally gone for hours. But made it home, got the food shop done, and got my jacket potato. Same as last time, nothing crazy, but trust me, this is incredibly good. Taste test, even though I know I'm going to like it. Now that we have that out of the way, let's actually get into the breakdown part of the video. The 2 trades that obviously I took this week, AUD-JPY as well as AUD-CAD. AUD-CAD we actually went through in the last YouTube video where I said this trade will make you money. So if you didn't take it, you really missed out, because I went through it exactly what I was looking for and just the whole trade for obviously this week, which then it did happen. So make sure you stay tuned, because I do drop free stuff all the time. So you don't want to be missing out, especially on free money. But without further ado, let's get into it. CAD we'll go through as the first trade. If you watched the YouTube video, I literally mentioned that we could see price pull back slightly higher, or straight away have a reaction off of this zone, which, I mean, I capitalized on the move off of this and this wick just because it was too good to miss out on. But obviously, price is still having this pullback for us to then sell even more. So if you missed out on obviously the previous trade, this opportunity and this trade is still valid by the time we get to there, and then obviously have the rejection, then down. But just make sure you keep an eye out, because this also is still valid. It is still going to this area of interest to then give us our sells. But if we go through why I entered this trade, the reason was simple. We were having so much consolidation, this huge wick rejection off of this zone. So like I mentioned before, all we needed was the 4-hour 2-shift structure, which then price obviously closed above this area, meaning that as soon as we closed below this low, it had shifted bearish. So all we needed was that retest, and then the shift of structure on the lower time frames, giving us our entry point and our stops above here. Probably could have got away with putting them there 1 to 3, but I didn't. I'm still very pleased with my 1 to 2. I mean, it was still very good. Literally sniped this take profit. When I say sniped, I mean absolutely sniped, because I knew price was going to go up here. Okay, I had a feeling. So as soon as price got to here, I was like, I'm done. Got my 1 to 2. I'm not going to risk it anymore and just wait for price to have a bigger move, which I capitalized on anyways. So obviously these lows over here targeted, because until we break below these, we're still kind of hovering about, and price isn't really fully committed to going lower. But again, we did get our lovely 1 to 2. Super simple. Literally break and retest is the way to go. And I say this every single time, and I will continue to say this. You don't need to overcomplicate trading. It is so simple. Understand how to read the trend, get your confluences, and then wait for everything to play out on your checklist, and then take it. Simple as that. Break and retest, lower time frame, and then enter. But AUD-JPY was literally exactly the same as AUD-CAD, apart from this played out on the Monday, which was crazy. With this one, I mentioned to my community and obviously in the group that we had a lot more breathing room for price to go up and then have a reaction in comparison to AUD-CAD. So if we just go back for a second, we still have plenty of room, but if you see the position of this wick, it doesn't look like price is really wanting to go up, whereas here, price is fully just going, right? And obviously it still has a little room to go, and then we can look for sales as well. But we did get our entry and we did get everything we needed. The weekly is bearish, the daily is also bearish, and all we needed was that shift of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Break and retest, simple as that. I know I repeat myself a lot, but this is literally all you need. Break and retest, lovely stuff. Lower time frame, shift of structure, absolutely smashed it. Entry point 1 to 2 as well, which honestly gives us a very, very solid week of 8.9k in just 1 week. I mean, that is crazy. I don't even know what to say, to be honest. I usually only trade once a week. This week I saw 2 amazing opportunities. They were basically the same exact trade. They just happened, like, it just happened on Monday, AUD JPY, and then AUD CAD happened on Wednesday. So it was just too good to give up on. So literally, it's so simple. Break and retest, shift of structure on the lower time frame, and then you enter. It's literally all you need. It's honestly all you need. So please make sure you watch the other breakdown just to see that what I said was going to happen. And then obviously you have the breakdown of these trades that I took. So easy as that, guys. Just keep going. I hope that was useful for you guys. Obviously, I didn't go into too many details, only because that's literally all you need to look for. You need to identify the trend, 4-hour shift to structure, break and retest, low time for shift to structure, and then entry. Obviously, I did go through it in a lot more detail in the previous video, so I didn't want to just be repetitive. But honestly, that is all I look for, those simple things, and that is done. But I do want to share my story a little bit, because I have been getting messages in terms of like, how long have you been trading for, this kind of stuff. So I wanted to do that since this video has been all over the place. I did want to video the shopping, but trust me when I say it was crazy. I was honestly gone for hours. And as soon as I went into the store and I saw how crazy people were, I was like, I just want to be in and out, which obviously didn't happen because I was there for ages, as well as stuck in traffic. But anyway, I want to share a little bit about me, a little bit about my journey, how long I traded for, and all that extra stuff. So let's do that. But quick intermission, I do have to get on a few calls with a few students. So let's do that quickly, and then I can tell you all about it. Before I even say anything, that clip was crazy. I have never done that before. Usually, like, when you drive, it's different because you have something to hold on to, and like your eyes still leave your body, but like you're holding on to something. But this, obviously, I had the phone here and I wanted to hold it, but obviously I was like this far from the seat. So literally, I was trying to hold on for dear life and I couldn't. I don't even know what to say. What an insane experience. That is so much fun. This is exactly why you need to get cars like that. Literally, any car that gives you so much fun and is just crazy like that, if you like cars, obviously, get it, okay? Because it never gets old. And even just like hearing it, the downshift, all of that stuff is insane, right? And I like cars, so I can kind of waffle about them all day. 100,000,000% recommend. 100%. I won't bore you guys too much, obviously, with my story, but just a little bit of background. I started trading 4 years ago. It took me about 2.5 years to become profitable, 2 years to see any sort of consistency, that kind of stuff. But it took so long because I didn't have a mentor, and I just was like, I'm going to teach myself, which it worked, so we made it. But obviously, I would recommend probably getting a mentor if you don't want it to take you 2.5 years. But then again, obviously, if you do want the satisfaction of being like, I taught myself, then absolutely, by all means. Again, it probably extends your learning curve just a little bit. Apart from that, honestly, there isn't really too exciting things to say about me. I wanted to quit so many times, but there was something that was saying to me, oh, I'm going to keep going. And you have to be a little bit crazy because you have to almost think you're already in the position where you want to be, right? So, for example, oh, I see myself like retiring my parents. I know I'm going to retire them, and it's almost as if I've already done it, you know? So like retire my parents, get a nice car, a Lambo, same as all the gurus, but I do really want one, get my parents stuff, a house, blah blah blah, all this extra stuff, right? I already feel like I've done it, even though I haven't. But you have to think like that. So in the beginning, I would have to think I'm going to be profitable, I'm already profitable, when I wasn't, right? But you have to be a little bit delusional that way, in tricking your mind into thinking you already are successful, so it thinks like that. Because I don't know about you guys, but most of the time when I go to sleep, I just think about the future in terms of I want to do this. I don't know how to describe it without sounding crazy, so I don't really want to say too much, but I think about the future literally 24/7. Every minute of the day I think about how I'm going to get there, and I know I'm going to get there, right? I know it sounds crazy, and it's not me being like cocky or anything, but you have to think like that if you want to do something. And I already know I'm going to get to where I want to be. If you want to start trading and you want to reach profitability, you have to think like you're already profitable. You have to start doing the things that a profitable trader would be doing, i.e. risk management, not over trading, don't revenge trade, follow your strategy, all these extra things that you would normally do, and don't just take trades for the sake of trading. What I'm trying to say is you basically have to trick your mind into thinking, I've already done this and I'm already doing it, so that it actually starts doing it and it actually becomes a reality. Enough waffle. Basically, just keep your mind to it and stay focused. Like, literally, your mind is so strong and you can achieve so many things just by telling yourself stuff and like just by thinking them. So just stay strong, and trust me, it will work out as long as you don't give up and as long as you put the effort and time in. When I tell you I would stare at the charts literally probably like 6-7 hours out of the day. Even when I was out, I was addicted to my phone, which I still obviously look at the charts, but I set alerts now. Like, I don't need to look at them anymore. But you need to want it. You need to really, really want it, and then it will be good. But yeah, that's basically it, to be honest. It's only the start, so get ready, because we're about to go crazy, but it is only the start. All I'm going to say is definitely keep going and do not give up. Like, the moment you give up, that's the moment you lose. If you do want to be different, do something different. Anyways, that was quite the powerful ending to that message, but I just want to share my thoughts and how I think with you guys. Obviously, if you do think the same, let me know, and if you don't mention it, because I don't want to seem too crazy. I'm kidding, but just let me know obviously your thoughts, and if you do have any sort of questions, just send me a message on Instagram and I will be sure to get back to you. But again, thank you so much to every single one of you who watches the videos and comments. I know I've literally just started the channel, so it's nice to see you guys getting involved. Please never give up. I'm literally on level 0, nowhere near where I want to be, but I can only help you guys with what I've done previously in terms of like trading. So any questions, do let me know. But without further ado, thank you again for watching. All the best, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.